Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to talk about the notes for chapter 2 of psychology, that is intelligence. So firstly, why I made a video and then to the PDF link share like I did for the first chapter is because I had some issues. The PDF wasn't being shared and I don't know, it wasn't being a clickable link. So I had to come up with this video. So in this video, I will actually read out the questions for y'all and even tell y'all which question might be a bit important and which question is a bit least important and which question could be more in आप किस तरह से किस question को more effectively लिख सकते हो. So that is all we're going to talk about today. So let's start it. The first question is choose the correct option and complete the following statement. So it's basically MCQs. Okay. So the first MCQ is Dash has given formula of IQ. So Binet, Stern, Wetzler. It's Stern who has given us the formula of IQ. And. Please forgive my handwriting if you don't understand it. Thank you. Second, Dash has given the concept of fluid intelligence and crystallized intelligence. We have three options: Cattell, Thorndike, Salvary. It's Cattell. We have the third question. Dash is an individual test of intelligence. So we all know that Army Alpha test and Army Beta test हमने बहुत detail में इनके बारे में पढ़ा है. It's for recruiting soldiers. So it's definitely not an individual test. So obviously block building test. Because हमने block building test के बारे में इतना पढ़ा नहीं है. So I hope आपको पता नहीं होगा उतना ज्यादा डिटेल में. बट ये बाकी दो ऑप्शंस के बारे में हमें पता है. तो ऑब्वियसली हम तीसरा ऑप्शन चूज कर सकते हैं आसानी से. So ये MCQs खत्म हो गया. Now we have true and false. Okay. So first is verbal test of intelligence can be given easily to illiterate people. It's false. Why is it false? Do remember true or false करते टाइम आप उसका reason अगर वो false है तो भी उसका reason और true है तो भी उसका reason समझ लेना. Because sometimes in exams they can ask you state whether the following statements are true or false and justify it. When they say you justify it, it means they want you to answer. And when they say justify it, तो सिर्फ ऐसा मत समझना कि false है तो उसको true justify करना है. नहीं. Even if it's true, you have to justify it. Okay? So first question था कि verbal intelligence जो होता है, verbal test of intelligence, वो illiterate people को हम दे सकते हैं आसानी से. Is it true? नहीं. Because verbal में क्या होता है? It's like, उसमें words और numbers use होते हैं. तो अगर जिनको पता ही नहीं है, जिन्होंने पढ़ा ही नहीं है, तो उनको कैसे दे सकते हैं words and numbers? They will not even read it properly. So how are they gonna give the test? Okay, so it's false. Then we have there are certain limitations to artificial intelligence. Are there certain limitations to artificial intelligence? Yes, true. That's why the answer is true. And क्यों है limitations? क्योंकि at very times artificial intelligence decisions is like it's like artificial intelligence जो decision लेता है, it's only on the basis of the storage information, the data which is stored in him, उसके basis पे वो सिर्फ decisions लेता है. Whereas अब अपना human intelligence की बात करें तो वो socially and through various things उसकी वजह से and through various means they take decisions. So that's why there are limitations to artificial intelligence. Then we have group tests of intelligence are less expensive. Of course they are less expensive. And why they are less expensive? Because अगर आप बहुत सारे लोगों का एक साथ at a time you'll take test. So obviously the things which you need to take the test, basically the requirement of the things, like for example a pen paper for example, so वो कम लगेगा, right? Whereas individual you like go for it तो बहुत सारा लग जाएगा. ठीक है. एक ग्रुप टेस्ट ले रहे तो आपके पास एक पेपर होना चाहिए and you'll be randomly asking people. Whereas if it's an individual test, every time you have to take a new paper and write one individual basis on it. Okay, so just remember कि आपको अगर true or false है तो उसके justifications आने चाहिए. अगर true है तो भी और false है तो भी. Here we end with the true or false. Now we have answered the following in one sentences each. So इसमें आपको ये बताना है कि कैसे कैसे एक sentence में आपको आंसर करना है. Basically just one sentence. But guys, there's a very big myth in people that one sentence means one line. No, one sentence does not means one line. One sentence means एक sentence is like should not have a full stop. If a statement starts and it ends there, अगर वो 4 लाइन का भी स्टेटमेंट है लेकिन उसके बीच में कहीं फुल स्टॉप नहीं है, the full stop is directly at the end of the 4th line, then it's considered to be a one state sentence. Okay, So what is meant by intelligence? So आपको intelligence का definition आना चाहिए. I think ये आना चाहिए. This is a question. This question is actually asked a lot of times, so you should know this. Okay. So intelligence refers to the capacity to understand the world, think rationally, and use available resources effectively when faced with challenges. See, basic trick अगर मैं आपको बताऊं कि how to remember this answer is, you need to remember the keywords. ठीक है? तो keywords क्या क्या है इसमें? Understand the world, think rationally, use available resources effectively. ये तीन आपको कीवर्ड्स आ गए ना, अगर आपने याद कर लिया ना, so you can score like डेफिनेटली ये क्वेश्चन आपको आएगा मैक्सिमम 1 मार्क का, ट्रस्ट मी. सो यू कैन डेफिनेटली, इफ अगर आप ये 3 वर्ड भी लिख के आओगे ना, तो आपको हाफ मार्क मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. So these are the 3 main key important words which you have to remember in this question. Okay. Then who is considered as father of intelligence test? So Alfred Binet is considered as the father of intelligence test. ये question आपको as one sentence में भी आ सकता है, as MCQ में भी आ सकता है, as Phillips में भी आ सकता है, and if by chance अगर match the columns पूछे तो उसमें भी आ सकता है. So this is a all round question. So you have to remember कि father of intelligence test Alfred Binet है. ठीक है. Third question. What is meant by verbal test of intelligence? So verbal test of intelligence क्या होता है? बेसिक है, इसका मीनिंग समझ जाओ, अपने वर्ड्स में भी लिख लोगे. तो इंटेलिजेंट टेस्ट जिसमें लैंग्वेज यूज होता है, ठीक है, जैसे कि वर्ड्स या नंबर्स, जैसे मैंने आपको ट्रू और फॉल्स के टाइम पे जस्टिफिकेशन में बताया कि वर्बल टेस्ट में, वो इंटेलिजेंट टेस्ट में लैंग्वेज यूज होता है, इधर वर्ड्स यूज होते हैं या फिर नंबर्स यूज होते हैं फॉर मेजरिंग इंटेलिजेंस. दैट्स इट गाइस. अगर आपने आर्क और वर्बल टेस्ट ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस भी नहीं लिखा, सो इट्स कूल, बट वी राइट इट बिकॉज यू नो इट्स लाइक इट फ्रेम्स योर सेंटेंस इन अ बेटर वे. ठीक है. So, याद रखना है कि वर्बल टेस्ट ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस क्या होता है, वो उसमें लैंग्वेज यूज होता है. और यस, ब्रैकेट में लिखा है तो इसका मतलब नहीं है कि यू कैन निग्लेक्ट इट. नो, यू हैव टू राइट इट. वो वर्ड्स और नंबर्स इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट और अ कीवर्ड. ओके. So here we end with the third question. The next question is what is meant by individual test of intelligence. इंडिविजुअल टेस्ट का सेम आपको सिर्फ मीनिंग याद करना है. दैट कैन बी एडमिनिस्टर्ड टू अ सिंगल इंडिविजुअल एट अ टाइम. दैट्स इट. एडमिनिस्टर्ड टू अ सिंगल इंडिविजुअल एट अ टाइम. इतना याद कर लोगे ना, बाकी का तो क्वेश्चन से भी कॉपी कर लोगे, ट्रस्ट मी. ठीक है. सो आप हर एक वन सेंटेंसेस का फायदा क्या पता है, अगर कीवर्ड याद हो गया ना, यू कैन जस्ट रॉक इट, ट्रस्ट मी. So this is all for the one sentences. Now we come to define the concepts. ठीक है. So पहला concept is mental age, the age at which an individual performs successfully on all items of the test prepared for that age. See, this is a bit diplomatic concept and definition, but trust me, ये definition आपको ऐसे ही लिखना पड़ेगा. You cannot change the definition. Okay. So remember the key points, which is like individual performs successfully at the age on items of the on all items of the test prepared for that age. Basically I can tell you every word is a keyword here, so you know that to find this one. अगर बेसिकली अगर मैं आपको समझाऊं तो ये कह रहा है कि मेंटल एज को हम उस तरह से डिफाइन कर सकते हैं, वो एज जहां पर एक इंडिविजुअल यू नो सक्सेसफुली परफॉर्म कर रहा है, अच्छे से परफॉर्म कर रहा है हर एक उस चीज पर, उस आइटम पर जो उसको दी जा रही है एज टेस्ट ड्यूरिंग दैट एज. ठीक है. So that was all for mental age. So do remember mental age is a good question and just ratify it if you cannot understand. But I tried my best to understand. If you still want to understand it, do let me in the comment section that you didn't understand and you want me to repeat it. And guys, if you all are being like, kuch help ho raha hai, I can help you all at some extent. So please do like the video, and as I said, you all tell me in the comments if you all have any doubts. I will solve it for sure. For sure. So now we have write short notes. So let's do the short notes now. And the first short note is intelligence quotient, that is IQ. So मेरे हिसाब से I prefer writing 3 points in the short notes. Okay, I prefer writing in the point wise because वो मुझे थोड़ा effective लगता है. And you know, if I would be the corrector, like the teacher who would correct your paper, so I would probably be happy that the child is written in point wise, because you know that looks effective and it's easier for the person correcting. Okay. So the first point is concept of IQ was introduced by German philosophers William Stern in 1912. ठीक है. Second point is Stern computed IQ as a ratio of mental age to chronological age. This is the formula given. सिर्फ statement मत लिखना, नीचे ये जो मैंने लिखा है, you know, the रेशियो पोर्शन की तरह जो लिखा है वो भी लिखो, because that is important. That gives more effectiveness. Third point, later find the formula of IQ by multiplying the ratio of MA and CA by 100. Still again, I would say to you all, do write this mathematical way of writing. Okay, that was all for the first one. The second one is Charles Spearman's theory of intelligence. ठीक है, इसमें भी 3 पॉइंट लिखा है मैंने. So पहला point, 1927 Charles Spearman separated and identified 2 different factors of intelligence with the help of a statistical method called factor analysis. ठीक है, तो ये हमने पढ़ा था कि उन्होंने factor analysis के he made his intelligence theory. Second point, these factors of intelligence are called general factor and specific factor. And guys, do not write that G and S. That is all. That's I wrote it in red also ताकि आपको समझ में आए कि मैंने सिर्फ आप लोगों के लिखा है ताकि आप याद कर सको. You can remember that way. Factors of intelligence are G and S. That is general factor, specific factor. Do not write it in exam like bracket में G and S. Okay. Third, according to Spearman, general factor is the minimum competence required to carry out daily work. ठीक है, general factor is required to carry out daily work, while specific factor includes abilities which are required to solve problems in specific area. To solve problems in specific area, carry out daily work is the keyword for general, and for specific, to solve problems in specific area is the keyword. That was all for Charles Spearman. Let's move to the next one. Then we have verbal test of intelligence. ठीक है, verbal test of intelligence use language, words. ये वाला अगर देखोगे तो it's similar to the short or the definitions वाला point. So you can repeat over ताकि ज़्यादा याद ना करना पड़े. ठीक है, तो verbal test of intelligence use language, words or numbers for measuring intelligence. In these tests, subjects are required to respond verbally to test items. Example, Army Alpha test, Wechsler Adult Intelligence Scale. Ways. Guys, do write the examples. Trust me, writing an example is a way to show the reader, the person who is reading your answers, that you are well aware about the topic. कोई एग्जाम्पल्स तभी लिखता है जब उसको टॉपिक का बहुत ज्यादा डेप्थ में like information पता हो. So do write examples. That's a very good way of convincing the reader that you are well aware of the topic. Okay, then second point, verbal tests are useful to measure higher mental abilities. These tests are also useful to differentiate between people having average intelligence and those having above average intelligence. Third, verbal tests cannot be given to people having different linguistic background, illiterate people, small children. Further, these tests are culture bound and so cannot be used in different cultures. ठीक है, I hope this is very clear, very easy. बड़े answers easy होते हैं याद करने के लिए, trust me. छोटे answers थोड़े hard होते हैं. Now we have non-verbal tests of intelligence. First, non-verbal tests of intelligence use pictures, designs, and material objects to measure intelligence. In these tests, subjects are not required to respond verbally to these items. If you will see this, and if you remember the verbal test of intelligence, the first point, both are very same. They are the same. It's just that the second one is contradicting verbal test वाला. ठीक है, तो एक याद करोगे तो automatically दूसरा भी याद हो जाएगा. ठीक है. Second point, non-verbal tests are of 2 types. That is performance test and paper pencil test. Example लिख रहा performance test का, जैसे Coase block design test and Alexander's pass along test, Dr. Bhatia's non-verbal test of intelligence. फिर example लिखना paper pencil test का, Raven's standard progressive matrices, Raven's colored progressive matrices. Guys, examples are the key points. Do remember that. Okay. Then we have non-verbal tests can be given to people having different linguistic background, illiterate people and small children. याद होगा तो उसमें था कि you cannot give to different linguistic background, illiterate people and small children. It's the same, just that you can give it. ठीक है, एक आंसर याद करोगे ऑटोमेटिकली कहीं ना कहीं तुमको दूसरा आंसर याद हो ही जाएगा. ठीक है. Performance tests are especially useful to measure intelligence of differently abled people. Non-verbal tests are culture free and so can be used in different cultures. See, last point भी same है. Guys, एक आंसर याद करो अच्छे से. Just do. Okay, like do not ratify it. Learn it, like understand it and learn it, and automatically तुम देखना तुमको आगे का समझ जाएगा. ठीक है. इस आंसर में हमने 4 पॉइंट्स लिखे हैं बिकॉज ये आंसर थोड़ा सा इंपॉर्टेंट है और इसमें बहुत सारे एस्पेक्ट्स हैं और कोई भी एस्पेक्ट आप निग्लेक्ट नहीं कर सकते, कोई भी पॉइंट आप निग्लेक्ट नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है. So non-verbal tests are less suitable to measure higher and subtle mental abilities. These tests are also less suitable to differentiate between people having above average intelligence. ठीक है. I hope आपको समझ आया. Now we have artificial intelligence. पहला, artificial intelligence refers to enabling machines or the software programs running those machines to think and learn through experience, just like human beings. Very simple, very clear. ठीक है? It is a field of study that combines computer science, algorithms, languages, philosophy, and psychology. Again, very simple. Third point. Today, AI or maybe artificial intelligence is used on a large scale to solve various problems. I'm sorry, is used on a large scale to perform various daily routine tasks as well as to solve various critical problems. Guys, example is here, which is very important. It is used for speech recognition, natural language processing, spam filtering from emails, medical diagnosis, detecting frauds in economic transactions, weather forecasting, etc. Okay. Now we have the fourth point. I said all. Now you know the intensity of the points is increasing because the intensity of the questions is increasing. Okay. There are certain limitations to AI. It can take decisions only on the basis of stored information. Hence, artificial intelligence cannot be an option to human intelligence in a real sense. Guys, I forgot to tell you. This fourth point is the exact point which you all can write in the true and false. जहां पे हमने पूछा था कि AI has certain limitations and हमने true लिखा था और हमें एक reason देना था. This is the point which you all have to write. Ditto same to same. Okay? ये 4 line same to same copycat. ठीक है? That was all for define the concepts. Now we have answered the following questions with the help of given points. ठीक है? ये थोड़ा बड़ा होता है because इसमें given points होता है. And guys, you know, हो सकता है ये लिखने के बाद तुम मुझसे पूछोगे कि मैम वेटेज दो क्वेश्चन का. So regarding the weightage of the chapters and the questions and you know a bit of the what's called the paper pattern of the board, I'm going to give you all in the next video, maybe in the next video. But in the upcoming 2 videos, I'm going to give it to you all, definitely, for sure. So stay tuned. And yes, if you haven't liked the video, do like it and comment me. Okay? So write in brief about group tests of intelligence. First, meaning. Intelligence tests can be administered to more than one person at a time, are called group tests of intelligence. Then we have advantages. Group tests are less time consuming and economical to administer than individual tests. In group tests, the role of examiner is minimal and hence he did not need to grow any specialized training. ठीक है? फिर disadvantage पूछ रहे हैं. The test administrator has much less opportunity to establish rapport, obtain cooperation and maintain interest of clients. These tests are capable of measuring creative aspect of intelligence compared to individual tests. ठीक है? So this was very simple. Okay guys, so I hope तुमको समझ आ रहा है. ठीक है? दूसरा, अब आपको इंडिविजुअल टेस्ट के बारे में बताना है. पहला, मीनिंग इंडिविजुअल टेस्ट कैन बी एडमिनिस्टर्ड टू अ सिंगल इंडिविजुअल एट अ टाइम. गाइस, दोनों इंटरकनेक्टेड है. एक का होगा कि yes it can do this, एक का होगा कि it cannot do that. सेम है, बस उसमें कैन एंड कैन नॉट वाला डिफरेंस है. ठीक है? तो एक अच्छे से याद कर लेना प्लीज प्लीज प्लीज. फिर अब आते हैं एडवांटेज पे. एडवांटेज ऑफ सच टेस्ट आर दैट द टेस्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर Advantages of such tests are that the test administrator can establish a rapport with the client. See, same line, right? During testing, he can get additional information of the client's feelings, mood, and expression. Are more capable of measuring creative thinking compared to group tests. ठीक है? Comparison सब जगह होगा, guys. ठीक है? अभी disadvantage पढ़ते हैं. Individual tests are time consuming and costly to administer than group tests. Further, these tests require a trained and skillful examiner to administer, score and interpret them. ठीक है? अब आते हैं क्वेश्चन इन डिटेल. ये बहुत बड़ा होगा तो तुम डरना मत, पैनिक मत हो जाना कि इतना बड़ा कैसे याद करेंगे. हो जाएगा, जस्ट चिल. जितना ज्यादा बड़ा आंसर होता है ना उतना ज्यादा वो इजी होता है, ट्रस्ट मी. ठीक है? तो पहला है डिटेल अबाउट द हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंटेलिजेंट टेस्टिंग. ओके, सो इस क्वेश्चन में आपको याद रखना है कि जिस तरह से मैंने पॉइंट्स लिखे हैं ना, आपको उसी तरह से पॉइंट्स लिखने होंगे. ऊपर नीचे नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि ये हिस्ट्री है, इसमें ईयर दिया है 1880, फिर 1890, 1900, तो आप इसे उल्टा पुल्टा नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है? तो ईयर बाय ईयर. तो इसके पॉइंट्स आप सेम टू सेम लिखना जैसे मैंने लिखा है, सेम टू सेम याद करना. ठीक है? पहला, पॉल ब्रोका एंड सर फ्रांसिस गैल्टन वर अमंग द फर्स्ट साइंटिस्ट टू थिंक अबाउट मेजरिंग इंटेलिजेंस. वेरी इजी स्टेटमेंट. दूसरा, 1880s की बात करते हैं, मिड 1880s की. ठीक है? सर फ्रांसिस गैल्टन एडमिनिस्टर्ड अ बैटरी ऑफ टेस्ट measuring variables such as head size, reaction time, breathing capacity, visual accuracy, auditory threshold, etc. इनमें से एक भी मत छोड़ना, सबके सब इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है? क्योंकि ऐसा होता है ना कि एक्सेट्रा होता है ना लास्ट में, तो सबको लगता है कि चलो एक दो छोड़ देते हैं और लास्ट में एक्सेट्रा लिख देते हैं. याद नहीं है एक्सेट्रा लिखते हैं. नो, ये सारे इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है, तो सब लिखना और फिर एक्सेट्रा लिखना. He assumed that the larger the skull, the smarter the person. His test did not prove very useful. बहुत सिंपल है, ध्यान से दिमाग लगा के पढ़ोगे आ जाएगा. अगर कुछ यहाँ पे याद करना तो सिर्फ ये 2-3 कीवर्ड्स की, हेड साइज, रिएक्शन टाइमिंग, ब्रीदिंग कैपेसिटी, ये सब. ठीक है. थर्ड पॉइंट. अब 1880s, मिड 1880s की बात हुई थी, अब अर्ली 1890s की बात करते हैं. ठीक है. Raymond Cattell used the term mental test for the first time. He expanded Sir Francis Galton's idea by emphasizing that the test administration must be standardized so that results are comparable. ठीक है, बहुत इजी है, बहुत इजी. अब आते हैं 1905 पे. ठीक है. Alfred Binet published the first scale of intelligence in collaboration with Theodore Simon. And people, do remember the spellings of the psychologists. स्पेलिंग गलत लिख दोगे ना, उधर के उधर इंप्रेशन बिगड़ जाएगा. मेरे जैसा अगर करेक्शन वाला हुआ ना, ट्रस्ट मी, my impression regarding you is gonna just blow off. Okay, so keep your impression good by remembering the correct spellings. Okay, so the Binet-Simons intelligence scale consists of several components such as logical reasoning, finding rhyming words, and naming objects. This scale was revised in 1908 and 1911. ईयर अच्छे से याद रखना, एक इधर साल उधर उधर नहीं कर सकते कि चलो 1905 था 1906 लिख देते, एक साल की तो बात है. नहीं, ऐसे नहीं होता. मैं बोल दूं कि यू वर बोर्न इन 2010 की जगह यू वर बोर्न इन 2012, एक ही साल की तो बात है. नो, यू कैन नॉट डू दैट, राइट? It's the same. Now we come to 1916. Lewis Terman from Stanford University devised the Binet-Simon intelligence scale. He established new age norms and extended the upper limit age of the scale. This revised test was known as Stanford Binet test. It was revised in these certain years. Do remember the years. Each year is important. Cannot skip one year also. Okay, every year is important. So it's like 1937, 1960, 1972, 1986 and 2004. ठीक है. So Robert Yerkes with his colleagues prepared Army Alpha and Army Beta intelligence tests which were used while recruiting soldiers in the army. Simple. 1939 पे आते हैं. Army General Classification Test was used on a large scale while recruiting soldiers in the army during the Second World War. Very simple. अब आते हैं 1939 में. David Wetzler published the Wetzler-Belbus intelligence scale. It was revised in 1955 and renamed as Wetzler Adult Intelligence Scale, that is WAIS. Do write the WAIS. I tell you all कि ये bracket बहुत important होता है. जो चीजें मैंने bracket में लिखी है that are not negligible, you have to write it. ठीक है. कोई चीज अगर मैंने red bracket में लिखी है, then you all can ignore it because that is I wrote it for you all to have a better understanding towards the concept. ठीक है. The fourth edition of this test, that is WAIS 4, was released in 2008 by Carl Pearson. ठीक है. Wetzler also developed Wetzler Intelligence Scale for Children, that is WISC. ठीक है. Last statement. Besides these tests, many other psychologists have developed various intelligence scales. See, 9 points है. I agree. It is a very, very big and a very lengthy answer, but I said you all, if you all revise it properly and learning ka best way I can tell you all from my perspective is that if you want to learn it, don't ratify it, just don't go behind the by heart thing. Revise it, just read it out. ऐसा भी नहीं कि बहुत ज्यादा read करो डेप्थ में, नहीं, सिर्फ read करो 5 से 6 बार. I can guarantee you all, if you all read a thing like 5 to 6 times every day, not even like remembering it, उसको याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है, रट्टा मारने की जरूरत नहीं, सिर्फ read करोगे ना 5 से 6 बार every day or maybe even alternative days, trust me, in a week you will learn the answer. ठीक है. So don't go behind the ratify system, please. Then we have the second question, that is intelligence testing has a wide usage in various areas. Justify with examples. So first, intelligence testing has wide application in diverse fields as follows. First is effective schooling. Intelligence tests enable teachers to classify students into different intellectual categories and devise special instructional programs to enhance their mental development. Such programs also contribute to development of educationally backward students. Very easy. Normal अंग्रेजी है, सबको आती है, ठीक है, की जरूरत नहीं है. Mental health aiding. Intelligence tests enable clinicians to measure the intellectual levels of their clients. These tests are helpful for diagnostic purposes, prognosis, and for deciding the therapeutic or rehabilitative programs. Again, एक भी word skip नहीं कर सकते. Every word is important. Okay. Third, effective parenting. Intelligence tests help parents to know the intellectual capacities of the child. So, IQ scores helps parents in providing relevant educational facilities to the child and to set realistic expectations from the child. एंड यस इसका पॉइंट्स जो है ना वो तुम ऊपर नीचे कर सकते हो कि मतलब इफेक्टिव पेरेंटिंग पहले लिख दिया, मेंटल हेल्थ बाद में लिख दिया, ये चलेगा, ये हिस्ट्री नहीं है, ठीक है। तो इसमें ऊपर नीचे कर सकते हो, जो पहले याद आया लिख देने का, ठीक है। थर्ड हो गया। फोर्थ, career counseling. Intelligent tests help students to choose a career that is suitable to their intellectual capacities. This reduces their chances of failure, waste of time, as well as money, and increases their possibilities of being successful. Correct? Now we have fifth one, that is vocational counseling. Intelligent tests help people to choose the most suitable vocation. It helps in reducing the problems of absenteeism, job dissatisfaction, and increases the possibilities of living a satisfied and happy life. ठीक है? So this was all for this chapter. अगर इसमें से आपके पास टेक्स्ट बुक है तो आपको पता चलेगा कि मैंने इसमें बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन स्किप किए हैं, 2-3 क्वेश्चन। तो ये मत समझना कि मुझे नहीं आ रहे थे या मैंने ऐसे स्किप कर दिया, नहीं, वो मैंने इसलिए स्किप किया है क्योंकि वो उन पोर्शन में से है जो पोर्शन इस चैप्टर का डिलीटेड है या यू कैन से रिड्यूस पोर्शन का है, ठीक है। सो इसीलिए मैंने इंक्लूड नहीं किया है, ठीक है। एंड गाइस हो सकता है कि मैंने थोड़ा स्पीड में बोला होगा तो आपको लिखने नहीं हुआ होगा या पढ़ने नहीं हुआ होगा। सो एक काम कर सकते हो, जहां जहां मैंने बोला आप स्क्रीनशॉट लेते जाओ, ठीक है। फिर मेरा सुनते जाओ, मैंने क्या बोला, स्क्रीनशॉट लेते जाओ, सुनते जाओ, स्क्रीनशॉट लेते जाओ, सुनते जाओ, ठीक है। सो हैप्पी लर्निंग। आई होप आपको मैंने थोड़ा हेल्प किया। तो प्लीज लाइक द वीडियो, कमेंट मी इन द सेक्शन कि मैंने कैसा पढ़ा, आपको समझ आया कि वाज दिस हेल्पफुल और नॉट, मेरी मेहनत। और हाँ, यू कैन कमेंट ऑन माय राइटिंग टू, इट्स ओके। नहीं समझ आ रहा तो मेरे को कुछ भी पूछ लेना, कोई वर्ड नहीं समझ आ रहा तो भी पूछ लेना, ठीक है। And yes, so do like the video. Thanks for watching and do subscribe my channel if you haven't already, ताकि मैं आपको ऐसे ही पढ़ाती रहूं और आप ऐसे ही पढ़ते रहो and एक दिन आप बोर्ड्स में flying colors के साथ टॉप करो। Okay, thank you.